Hey everybody, Logan with Sweetfish here. Before we jump in today, I wanted to let you know about another podcast you might enjoy full of sales-focused episodes. If you're a regular listener of B2B Growth, you'll probably enjoy the Modern Sales Podcast with Liston Witherell. Check out their episode, Value-Based Selling Done Right. You can find Modern Sales Podcast wherever you do your listening. All right, let's get into the show. Welcome back to B2B Growth. I'm Logan Lyles with Sweetfish Media. Today is another episode in our 5 Things series. So if you've been following along in this series, every Saturday we're chatting with usually a previous guest who's dropped some value in another way here on B2B Growth, and they're sharing the top 5 things that they can't live without, both in work and in life, and it's been a ton of fun. Today, I'm joined by Joe Vignolo. Today, he is the Director of Content Marketing over at Sift. Joe, welcome back to the show, man.
Hey, Logan. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. For anybody who hasn't heard Joe's previous appearance on the podcast, he joined us for another series, our Why Podcasts Work series, unpacks some very specific things that he's used as a B2B podcaster in the past to leverage the power of podcasting on multiple fronts. But we're not talking podcasting today. We're talking what is keeping Joe going. And he's got 5 recommendations for folks that keep him going. Number 1 for you seems like a really good fit for anybody else out there in content marketing that may not be aware of it. Joe, what's number 1 on your 5 things, man?
Number 1 is a plugin for Chrome called Grammarly. Grammarly. It helps you with your grammar, with your typing, with your spelling. I've been writing professionally for more than 10 years, but I am not very good at grammar. I make constant mistakes. I celebrated the other day for spelling inconvenient right the first time, because every time I've ever tried to write inconvenient before, I've misspelled it. But it corrects your spelling, your grammar in real time. It just started working with Google Docs. So that's a big thing for anyone in content marketing who is producing a lot of blog posts or ebooks and whatnot. It is invaluable.
Oh, that's awesome, man. For me, it's always Achieve. The EI or IE always screws me up on that one. So that's awesome to hear, because I think I used Grammarly for a while back, but I didn't know about the Google Docs plugin, because that's super helpful. I mean, the spell check and everything's getting better, whether you use Microsoft Word or Google Docs or whatever the case might be. I'm trying to think of a third option, but probably not another. But you found that it's helped you be able to, reduce some of your revisions and get content and better content out faster.
Absolutely. I mean, spell check is great, but if you are constructing a bad sentence, it's not going to save you. You need something like Grammarly.
Yeah. Awesome, man. All right. So number 2 is also on the productivity front, but a little bit higher level. Tell us a little bit about your favorite project management tool, man.
Number 2 is Asana. Our content marketing team at Sift is 3 people strong, but we're servicing a company that is nearly 300 people strong. So there's a lot of projects coming in, a lot of deliverables going out, and I am not a very organized person. I'm a creative person, not a very organized person. So I need something like Asana to keep track of everything going in, going out. You can tag people in there. You can attach the files right there. And people, if they're requesting new pieces of content, they don't need to come and find you. They don't need to email you. They can just put in a task in Asana. It pings me. And hopefully they've uploaded all the pertinent information, but it really keeps our team on task and moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know you can kind of get into these hot debates about Basecamp or Asana or Trello or any of the others, but I can just tell you if you're if you're not using something there, you need to be. We tend to use Trello because we've historically used that, but same sort of thing, right? As all the podcasts that we're managing, a lot of requests coming in and back and forth, and to have that history of what's gone on with this specific project or piece of content can be invaluable. So that's, I think, the second time Asana's been recommended. So 2 for Asana so far. And again, these are no promo links, no affiliate links. We're just getting people's raw, honest recommendations here from fellow marketers. So appreciate the feedback, Joe. All right. Number 3 is all about audio content, which I personally love, obviously. But what's number 3 on your 5 things, Joe?
Number 3 is kind of a 2-parter. It is Audible, which is an ebook subscription service from Amazon, and my Bose headphones. I have a long commute. Even though I live in San Francisco and I work in San Francisco, I ride a bus 4 miles and it takes 45 minutes to an hour 15. And instead of incessantly checking my email or just monitoring Slack and kind of getting a jump start on the day, which If you do that, fantastic. I know people on LinkedIn like to tout that they start their day at 4 a.m. I do not. I like to use that bus ride to kind of recharge from the previous day, get ready for the day upcoming, and listen to some just entertainment content. So, ebooks, I like sci-fi. I like to just put the headphones in and kind of zone out for that time while I'm on the bus.
I love it, man. So on that, quick follow-up question, any book that's currently in Audible that you're working on, either work or just fun, that you might recommend to folks?
I am reading a classic sci-fi book right now called The Forge of God. And it is about, of course, alien invasion and how we deal with that. I'm a little bit of a sci-fi nerd, and now I'm extremely embarrassed. And if this was on video, you'd see that I'm blushing. So moving on.
All right, moving quickly. Number 4, again, going back to your role as content marketing director, that is rev.com is number 4 on your 5 things, right?
Yeah, rev.com is a transcription service. So with content marketing, you're doing things other than written content. You're doing webinars, you're doing podcasts, you're doing all sorts of things. And it can be a real hassle to sit down or task someone to sit down and transcribe that content that you've already created. Part of the magic of content marketing is you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. You need to repurpose some of that content in different mediums. So you upload an audio file to rev.com. They transcribe it very quickly. It's extremely affordable. And you can use that transcription for any sort of written content, whether that's social posts or blog posts or whatever, to support your audio.
Yep, absolutely. Everybody who, has heard content from us here at Sweetfish know that we're big proponents of starting with audio and bringing in some sort of transcription to then kick off that repurposing, is a huge value. And what's interesting, rev.com and other similar services are starting to now tier it where the AI-based transcription, which is usually less than the human transcription, there's a good bit difference. There's a gap, right, in the, guaranteed percentage of accuracy, but there's also a cost difference. So you can play around with both of those depending on your budget and where you see kind of the most efficiency. So I would recommend to folks, kind of look at those 2 levels at rev.com, or Temi is another one. There are several options out there. So I like that, man. All right. So we're going to, for number 5, Joe, we're going to get out of kind of the tools and tricks and those sorts of things and more of something, just a general principle of life that's been top of mind for you the last year, right? On number 5 of your 5 things.
Yeah, number 5 for me has been patience. I know that's extremely high level, but patience can help you at any aspect and any time in your life. 2019 was a banner year for me professionally. I landed this incredible job here at Sift, up-leveled kind of my career, gone onto a new industry. Wonderful. Personally, 2019 was a dumpster fire of a year. A lot of things went wrong, and I really leaned on family, friends, coworkers, and truly appreciated the patience they afforded me during that difficult time. And also the patience that I afforded myself. Speed bumps are going to happen in life, problems are going to arise, and it's that kind of compassion and empathy you have for yourself and for others around you that will help you get through that. So patience is my number 5. Probably should be my number 1, but number 5 today.
That's all right. We were, counting down to get to the most important, or counting up to get. Anyway, all right. So just quick recap. Grammarly for anybody in content marketing or for salespeople looking to, write better emails, write better content. Asana for project management, Audible, rev.com, and most importantly, number 5 or number 1, depending on which way you want to flip it from Joe, is patience. So I love the personal story there. I love sharing some of your perspective on some of the tools, as well as just life lessons that you've been learning lately that I think other people will get some value from today, Joe. All right, man. Well, if anybody listening to this is not yet connected with you, what's the best way for them to reach out, stay connected with you online, offline, whatever the case might be?
Sure. You can find me on LinkedIn, Joe Vignolo. You can also go to sift.com, go to the blog there, read all the stuff I've written, my team has written. And yeah, love to connect. So I'll see you on old LinkedIn.
All right, man. Joe, thanks for being on the show again today, man.
Thanks, Logan. Take it easy.
I hate it when podcasts incessantly ask their listeners for reviews, but I get why they do it, because reviews are enormously helpful when you're trying to grow a podcast audience. So here's what we decided to do. If you leave a review for B2B Growth in Apple Podcasts and email me a screenshot of the review to james@sweetfishmedia.com, I'll send you a signed copy of my new book, Content-Based Networking, How to Instantly Connect with Anyone You Want to Know. We get a review, You get a free book. We both win.